The search for this apparent serial killer in Stockton, California is bringing up a lot of questions, especially regarding the investigation tactics being used. To provide some insight, let's bring in former FBI agent and hostage negotiator Brad Garrett. Brad, thanks for joining us. Now, police say that they have physical evidence linking the 5 killings. Can you give us an example of what might constitute as physical evidence?
Probably ballistics is going to be my guess, because, Linsey, every one of these have been described as people being shot in the back, which would suggest the shooter is not having any physical contact with the victims. So it's not uncommon for serial killers to continue to use the same weapon. So have they ballistically linked the 5 of them? Perhaps.
All of the victims are men, 4 of them Hispanic, who were all alone and ambushed late at night or in the early morning. Does this choice of victims or methods reveal a certain suspect profile or anything about the killer's personality that might help track them down?
I'm not sure about that yet. I mean, if you look at the locations, they're all in general proximity, not necessarily in the same neighborhoods. This strikes me as an opportunity serial killer. In other words, he's walking around looking for victims. Is he looking for Hispanic males? We don't know that. But the key is, with each homicide, can they pull up additional CCTV? Are they going to get lucky and find a witness that sees him get into a car? I mean, I can tell you they're really searching the cameras, I suspect, in Stockton to see if they can track him once he leaves the scene. All those little pieces of information, but the absolute thing that will get him caught is him continuing to kill people, because he's going to continue to leave clues, which is almost textbook.
If we look at the timetable here, you had more than a month between the 1st and 2nd killings, but then the 4th and 5th were just 6 days apart. Does it seem like, based on that he could be escalating? Maybe. Or this may be opportunity. Was he off from work? Does he work odd hours? Does he not even live or work in Stockton? Again, all of these little pieces of information become much more relevant as you focus down on an individual. And hopefully that's going to occur in short order, because, I mean, it's just horrible. 5 people dead. And this strikes me as a guy that's going to keep going until he gets caught. And what is that? What strikes you? Why is that? I mean, is it just rare that somebody who is potentially a serial killer doesn't just stop after 5? You have to understand that they're driven by a compulsion, if nothing else, a compulsion to kill people. Sometimes it's just the thrill. And after you kill the first person, presuming the person in July is the first person he's killed, then each one becomes easier, but the high that he gets in committing these crimes is what drives him. And so you will see eventually maybe him going to another victim. They might be close together, they might not be. But it's also somebody that I think has familiarity with Stockton, because he's in various neighborhoods. Again, he's probably either walking around, cruising around in a vehicle, looking for lone individuals when it's dark. That way it gives him less resistance, less likelihood someone's going to see him, and that's really sort of his cover, it appears, with each one of these murders. We have this picture up right now that investigators so far have only released this one image of the suspect from behind, but is there something there that might, something so small that might help crack a case like this? Yes. For example, let's go back to ballistics. ATF, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, have a ballistics, basically, data set. If this weapon was used in the past, there's a possibility they might be able to link it that way. It's just hard to say. But there's little clues like that, or the guy makes a slip and he says something to someone, maybe not admit what he's been doing, but it's just enough for that person to reach out to the police and say, there's something not right, you need to check this guy out. Brad Garrett, we thank you so much, as always, for your insight and time.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.